What purpose does the gentleman from Massachusetts rise?
Mr. President, I object to the certificate from the state of Alabama on the grounds that the electoral votes were not, under all of the known circumstances, regularly given, and that the electors were not lawfully certified, especially given the confirmed and illegal activities engaged by the government of Russia designed to interfere with our election, and the widespread violations of the Voting Rights Act that unlawfully suppressed thousands of votes in the state of Alabama.
Debate allowed. Section 15 and 17 of Title III of the United States Code require that any objection be presented in writing, signed by both members of the House of Representatives and both member of the House of Representatives and a senator. Is the objection in writing and signed not only by the member of the House of Representatives, but also by a senator?
President, the objection is in writing, signed by a member of the House of Representatives, but not yet by a member of the United States Senate.
In that case, the objection cannot be entertained.
Mr. President.
For what purpose does the member rise?
I have an objection because 10 of the 29 electoral votes cast by Florida were cast by electors not lawfully certified because they violated Florida's prohibition against dual office holding.
Debate is out of order. Section 15 and 17 of the Title III of the United States Codes require that any objection be presented in writing, signed by both members of the House of both a member of the House of Representatives and a senator. Is the objection in writing and signed not only by the member of the House of Representatives, but also by a senator?
It is in writing, Mr. President.
Is it signed by a senator?
Not as of yet, Mr. President.
In that case, the objection cannot be entertained.
Thank you.
Mr. President, I object to the certificate from the state of Georgia on the grounds that the electoral votes were not...
There's no debate. Section 15 and 17 of Title III of the United States Code require that any objection be presented in writing, signed by both a member of the House of Representatives and a senator. Is the objection in writing and not only signed by the member, but by a United States senator?
Mr. President, even as people waited hours in Georgia...
There is no debate. And if there's not signed by a senator, the objection cannot be entertained.
Mr. President, the objection is signed by a member of the House, but not yet by a member of the Senate.
Well, it is over.
Mr. President, I object because people are horrified by the overwhelming evidence
Section
of Russian
18,
interference
Title
in our
III of the
election.
United States Code prohibits debate in the joint session. The gentlewoman, Section 15 and 17 of the the U.S. Code require any objection be presented in writing, signed by both members of the House and a member of the Senate. Is of the objection in writing not only by the member of the House, but also by a senator.
Mr. President, even with the
There is
malfunction
no
of 87
debate in
voting
order.
machines
Is it
at
signed by a senator?
African-American precincts in Detroit,
Gentlelady.
and grave concerns by intelligence officials showing
Objection cannot be entertained.
Mr. President, I object.
Under Section 15
Mr. President,
and
I object
17,
on the massive voter suppression
debate
that
is not in order.
included counting
Debate is not in order.
ballots that were provisional, that denied individuals access to polling
Gentlewoman will
places.
suspend. Section 15 and 17 of Title III of the U.S. Code require that any objection be presented in writing and signed by both a member of the House of Representatives and a senator. Is it signed by a United States senator?
Not yet.
Well, in that case, the objection cannot be entertained. We'll proceed with the count.
Thank you, Mr. President. I object to a certificate from the state of North Carolina based on violations of the Voting Rights Act.
There is no debate in the joint session. The chair has previously ruled a signature from a senator is required. Is there a signature from a senator?
There is a signature from the House of Representatives, myself.
The
and no
objection
signature
cannot
is
be
going.
received without a signature from the senator. The clerk will continue the tally. What purpose does the gentleman from Texas rise?
I object to the 15 votes from the state of North Carolina because of the massive voter suppression and the closing of polling booths.
There is no debate. There is no debate.
16
There
to
is no
1,
debate.
and the massive
The
voting suppression that occurred to
The
African-American
gentleman will suspend. As the chair has previously ruled, a signature from a senator is required.
Vice President, I do have it in writing with a signature for myself, not yet a signature
Objection
from the senator
cannot be
who
received. The clerk will continue the count.
Mr. President, I object to the votes for South Carolina because
As the
of the
chair has
Russian
previously
intrusion
ruled,
into the election process
there
of
is
the
no
American people,
debate
as dictated
in the
by
joint
the
session.
intelligence community
Debate
that indicated that they tried to sway the
will suspend. The chair has previously ruled the senator is required to be signed on as well. Is there objection?
Mr. President, I have it in writing and now seeking a signature from a
The
United States
objection
senator.
cannot be received.
Thank you.
Mr. President, I object on behalf of the millions of Americans, including members of the intelligence community,
There
who are
is no
horrified
debate.
by evidence that the
Debate is
Russians
prohibited.
interfered in our election.
The chair has previously ruled a signature from a senator is required. The objection cannot be sustained unless one is available.
Mr. President, despite grave concerns of the intelligence officials showing
Objection
Russia
cannot be
interfered
received.
with our election, it is signed by myself.
Senator Klobuchar.
but not by a senator.
Senator Klobuchar, to continue the tally. Purpose is gentleman from Texas rise.
Mr. President, I object to the votes from the state of Wisconsin, which should not be legally certified
No
or
debate.
regularly
Does
given.
the gentlelady,
because in the
does
state-
she-
In the city of Milwaukee, 60,000
Please come to
people
order.
for the majority
The
of
chair has previously ruled. Suspend. The gentlewoman will suspend. As the chair has previously ruled, a signature from a senator is required. Is there such a signature?
I do have a written document with
The
my
objection
signature on it
cannot be
seeking a senator,
received.
but the Russian intrusion, foreign intrusion.
The clerk will continue to call the roll. We'll continue the tally. Purpose, does the gentlewoman from California rise?
I do not wish to debate. I wish to ask, is there one United States senator who will join me in this letter
There
of
is no
rejection?
debate. There is no debate.
Just one.
The gentlewoman will suspend. The chair has previously ruled a signature from a senator is required. Objection cannot be received. Mr. Blunt.
They're really showing themselves to do really well. Come on, man.